Unit 2, Lesson 7, Simple Interest. We need to understand first what the meaning of interest. Interest is the money you pay for borrowing money or the money you can earn by investing. So as you can see here, there is two words, they are very important. The money that you pay, for sure, when you borrow money from the bank, you have to pay interest, or the money that you earn if you are investing. So it depends. In both cases, there is something we call it interest for the period. If you are taking money for 1 year, at the end you have to pay an interest plus the principal money after borrowing this money. And if you are investing your money after 1 year and you don't touch this money and you invest it, in this case you will earn the principal, whatever you put in the beginning, plus the interest. So there is a formula for that. As you can see here, the formula is saying I equal PRT. And when there is PRT, that means there is multiplication here. P times R times T, where the I is a simple interest. And very important that you know what we are studying this year is simple interest, because there is other type of interest, but we will get the basic, which is simple interest. Simple interest equal what? The principal money, which means the money that you borrowed or the money that you invested. After that, you time it by the annual interest rate as a decimal. There is two words here very important, and you can see annual, that means after 1 year, and as a decimal. So we need to talk about this two, very important. And T is the time in years. So let's see an example and maybe we can understand better. The simple interest I on $800 invested at an annual interest rate of 6% for 4 months. Okay, so my goal is to find I, the simple interest, equal. Before I start, I will retype again the formula. Equal principal times R times T. Principal, the money that you invest. As you can see, you are investing $800. Excellent. Time. R is the annual rate. Can you see the annual rate here? It's very important. Annual interest rate at 6%. Don't forget, you cannot put 6% here. We have to switch it, as you can see here, as a decimal. So 6 over 100, that means 0.06 times. If it's for 1 year, I will type 1, or I don't type anything and we stop it. But this is 4 months only. That means I have to check 4 divided by 12. Why? Because we said that this rate is for annual, for the whole year. But I'm investing my money only for 4 months and I want to use this money. I cannot keep it in the bank more than 4 months. That's why it's going to be 4 over 12. So I have, we said at the beginning, 800 times 0.06 times 4 over 12. From here, instead of like doing too much calculation with the calculator, I can simplify 4 with 12 equal 3. So 800 times 0.06 divided by 3. So 800 times 0.06, whatever I have, I divided by 3, equal $16. So someone will tell me this $16, this means what? This is what I will gain after 4 months. So that means if you want to know exactly how much money you will get from the bank, so the final total or the final let's say amount equal the principal that you put it on the bank plus what you did as an interest during the 4 months, which is going to be $816. This is how we calculate. Another example to make it more clear. May bought a computer for college. It costs $1,250. May did not have to pay for 1 year. So the owner of the shop, he told her, you don't have to pay during this year, But we will charge you, the store will charge you for an interest at a rate of 11.5% for that year, which means annual interest. How much may pay at the end of the year? So let's calculate first the interest, and after that we will add this interest to what she has to pay, and we can calculate the whole amount or the total of the amount. Okay, so again, before we write, we have to repeat the formula. I equal P times R times T. So P here, as you can see, it's $1,250. This is the cost of the computer. Times. Now, this is 11.5% that year. That means this is the annual rate, and this is what we need. So 11.5, we have to switch it to decimal. That means divide by 100, which means 0.115 times. Now, is she gonna take it for 1 year? Yes. So we can say times 1, or we don't say it and we can avoid that, because you know when you multiply a number by 1, it's gonna give you the same number. So let's see with the calculator. 0.115 times, we said the cost of the computer, it's 1250. It will give you 143.75. 143.75. This is what May has to add it to the total or to the cost of the computer, because they saved her 1 year. They didn't ask her to pay any penny. So in this case, May has to pay at the end of the year the cost of the computer, 1,250, plus this amount, 143.75. So we can add it. The 75 cents will stay. 3 plus 0, 3. 4 plus 5, 9. 1 plus 2, 3, and 1. That means $1,393.75. So this is an example of how you can pay interest, but as you can see, the interest here is very high. For sure, the store wants to make business. So let's see another example. Joe borrowed $7,500 from his mother to buy this car. His mother charged Joe 3.5% simple interest each year for 2 years. And as you can see here, the word simple interest is very important because it's for 2 years. Joe will pay back the money in equal monthly payment over 2 years. So what he will decide, he wants to pay equal monthly payments for the 2 years. So the two questions are, what simple interest Joe does pay? So again, I have to repeat, interest equal principal times R times T. The principal that he will borrow from his mom, 7,500. Excellent. Times. The rate, we are saying 3.5% simple interest for each year. So don't forget, this is for 1 year, the 3.5%. So 3.5%. Now, the 3.5, as you know, it's divide by 100 because we accept it as a decimal. So it's going to be 0.035. I hope you understand this one. It's 3.5 divided by 100. It's going to be 0.035. Now, times. We are saying this is for 1 year, but actually he is paying for 2 years. He is borrowing that for 2 years. So 2 equal. Now let's see with the calculator. I have 7,500 times 0.035 times 2 equal 525. So 525. I'm going to write it here. This means the interest he has to pay at the end of the 2 years. So we answered the first question. What is each monthly payment? Okay, so in this case, we have to find the total amount that he has to pay. So in this case, I'm going to write total amount equal the 7,500 he has to return back to his mom, plus the interest for 2 years, 525. So 5 plus 0, 5, 2 plus 0, 2, 5 and 5, 10, I have 1, so $8,000.25. Now, he wants to break all of that and to pay equal monthly payment for the 2 years. If he has to pay that in 2 years, that means each month he will pay what? So each month payment, it will be the 8,025 divided by 24 months. So 8,025 divided by 24. So 334 and 38 cents. This is the amount that he has to pay each month during the 2 years. So again, it's 334 and 38 cents. So that means he wants to buy a car with 7,500. He doesn't have enough money to buy it. So he asked his mom to borrow. She gave him an interest rate of 3.5. So that means he can return to his mom the whole amount plus the interest through monthly payment. And this monthly payment is going to be $334.38 each month for a period of 2 years. That means he will pay that for 24 months. I hope you understood this lesson. And we answer question number 2 in this one. So B is done. And this was the last lesson in unit number 2. So the next one is going to be unit 3. Thank you.